Yeah, hello all. Yeah, so welcome to the annotation series, and in this lecture we are going to discuss about the another annotation, and that is at the rate qualifier. So earlier we have discussed about at the rate autowire, and before that we have discussed about the component, right? So today we are going to discuss about the qualifier. So qualifier is kind of annotation which is used with an autowire annotation. So it is used in a conjunction with autowire. So basically it solves the problem of which bean need to be injected by autowire annotation. So basically let's say a situation that there can be a multiple beans of a same type, right? So the spring IOC container will get confused that which bean we have to inject if we are marking with at the rate auto wire. So to solve this problem, at the rate qualifier like come in picture. So with the use of at the rate qualifier, and there we can provide the name of the bean, then the container will get identified. Okay, so this bean we have to inject with the auto wire, right? So yeah, so this qualifier is used with the auto wire annotation. Okay, so let's go ahead and see an example with a program to make you understand in a better way. So like in the last like lecture we discuss about at the rate autowire. So now we are going to see how to use at the rate qualifier and where the qualifier come in picture. So we have a service like package. So let's create one interface inside the service package, and I will keep the name interface as subject. So let's create one like method in that in this interface, get subject. So this is the abstract method, and now let's create one more Java class in the service package itself with the name, let's say, math subject. So this is the class, and I want to implement this subject interface in this math subject class. So then we have to implement all the abstract method of the subject interface, right? So we have implemented this method, and let's change the return type. Let's write it as a math subject. So this is a math subject class which implements subject interface, and subject interface has one abstract method get subject, which I have implemented it here, and returning a dummy string with the math subject. So this is the Java class. So let me make this as a component by using at the rate component, so that the container is going to deal with this by creating the bean of this class. All right, now I have one more class already with the subject service which has a get method already which is returning a signed subject. So let me implement the subject interface which I just created. So here I'm implementing subject which has a get subject which is already like overriding. So let me annotate this with the override method. So now we have a situation where we have a two class, okay, math subject and subject service with the same method get subject, right? And we have which is implementing a subject interface. So both these classes are implementing subject interface, and they have a same method get subject. Now let's go to our controller. So here you can see that, yeah, so here I will inject this subject interface. So let me change the subject interface so that with the auto wire it will try to do a dependency injection of this interface. All right, so now I have auto wired this interface. Now you will see when we are using auto wire, then the container is going to inject this bean to this subject controller, to this subject, right? Now the container will get confused that which bean he has to inject, because this subject is implemented in both classes, in math subject and also in subject service, right? and here we are calling get subject. So get subject, due to this it will get confused that which bean it has to inject and which method it has to use, right? Okay, so let me show you by running this that what kind of response we are getting. So till now we have not used the qualifier, only we have used autowired. So let me show you the output, so then you will understand it better. So you can see that I got one error, application failed to start, right? And in description you can see what it says: field subject in subject controller required a single bean but two were found, right? Like a math subject and a subject service. So two were found. So now container is not able to decide that which bean he has to inject, either math subject or subject service. So now he is confused. So that's why he throws this error. And this may be due to the missing parameter name information. So what actions we have to take? Either we can use @primary annotation, or we can use @qualifier to identify the bean that should be consumed, right? So we can solve this problem by using @qualifier or @primary. Yeah, so yeah, so like next lecture we will see by using @primary, but now we will see how to solve this by using @qualifier. So in the controller class where we have written autowire, with the autowire we use the qualifier annotation, and there you have to give the name of the bean. So let's say that for now I want to inject a math subject bean. So we know that the first letter will be a small. So by this it will create the bean class, right? So if yeah, so this annotation we have to use and give the name of that bean for which we want to tell container, the Spring container, that you have to inject with a math subject bean, right? So let me show you by running this application. Now let's see what kind of response we are getting. So now you see we got math subject because math subject was returning from here, right? So now we able to tell Spring container that we want to inject math subject bean here, right? So here the qualifier come in picture. When we have a multiple bean of same type, then the container is not able to decide which bean he has to inject. Then we use @qualifier to tell him explicitly that we want to inject this bean, right? So in the same manner, if we want to inject a subject service, then also only we need to change the name subject service, and then we have to run it. Then you will able to see the response as a science subject, right? So now we are telling container that you have to inject subject service bean, and in subject service bean we have a getter method which is returning science subject, and here we are calling get subject of subject service class, right? Yeah, so this is the role of the qualifier, how we can use it. Yeah, thank you, and in the next lecture we are going to see about the primary annotation. Thank you.